everything we are doing today is an investment into your future and ultimately into yourselves. I'm very fortunate today that Premier is here, so I don't have to do the heavy lifting of a keynote address. I can just and give you a sense of what we are trying to achieve in the Gauteng province. We have a plan in Gauteng. It is called the Gauteng City Region Economic Growth and Development Plan. This is our guiding document. It is our North Star as far as the plans for how we intend to grow the Gauteng economy, how we intend to create jobs, and how we intend to ensure that we take our rightful place and maintain our rightful place as a leading economy in South Africa. It's a very ambitious plan, and we are proud of that ambition because it is the very ambition of people 15, 20 years ago who decided that Tshwane and Gauteng needs to be a leading manufacturing destination. That is why we are here today. So we also need to set our ambitions. And we have targeted to create 500,000 jobs within the medium term through the implementation of the GCR Economic Growth Plan. And the plan sketches out 12 key sectors, of which the automotive sector is a key part of that plan. It also speaks to the spatial distribution and which are the key regions and what are those key regions really going to focus on and be known for. And of course, Tshwane has been earmarked as the leading region for the automotive sector, as well as the downstream manufacturing that then plugs into the automotive sector, the component parts, and all other such related industries. So we are not here to simply unveil a new project or a new facility. This is part and parcel of how we are practically implementing this plan and the steps we are taking to meaningfully execute and realize our vision for Gauteng, and particularly for the manufacturing sector. And just for context for some of you, the manufacturing sector is key. It contributes just north of 5% of South Africa's GDP, and Gauteng is in a similar region. Now, the sector also is responsible for employment, wherein we employ directly more than 113,000 people in manufacturing and support close to 500,000 jobs across various other related sectors. So it is key to how we resolve the challenges of unemployment, and particularly youth unemployment. But what is key to today, honorable leaders of this government and Deputy Mayor, particularly for yourself, I know Tshwane itself has some very ambitious goals, and you targeted 80,000 jobs as per your Tshwane economic growth plan. What is key to ensuring that we achieve those goals is to ensure that we invest proactively in the right skills. A skilled workforce and a skilled population is the petrol that is going to power our future economy. And it's not just about training for the sake of training. Because it is true, there's a lot of training that happens out there. But we need to make sure that the training that we are investing in is translating into actual job opportunities. We need fit for purpose skills. And we need to ensure that at all levels of the skills base, South Africa is well capacitated and able to participate. So whether you are an engineer and you have a master's in engineering, or you are practical and in the artisanal skills space, we need to make sure that we invest in technical skills that are going to power our manufacturing economy. And South Africa does have a growing skills challenge, unfortunately, but it's something we're addressing. The National Development Plan indicates and estimates that the country would have required at least 30,000 qualified artisans every year by 2030 for us to achieve our goals. Now, we are falling far short of those targets, but we are slowly getting there. And the Gauteng Automotive Learning Centre has been a big and instrumental part of that journey, having already trained close to 25,000 learners in the technical and artisanal skills required for the automotive sector. Now, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag because we are going to speak about the Manufacturing Centre of Excellence. But this transition from the Gauteng Automotive Learning Centre to the Manufacturing Centre of Excellence is also really key, because it says we are not simply looking at the artisanal skills for now, that is necessary, but we are building an institution that is going to be technologically innovative, it's going to be a leader in technology, and it is going to be able to power a number of other industries. And the centre was designed as a response to some of those industry needs. And some of the key industries that will also benefit from the Centre of Excellence include practical skills such as 3D printing. You know, these days you can even print a house. You've got 3D printing. I've seen it. Now we have massive challenges in terms of our housing challenge, but we are still busy building with brick and mortar or trying to build these mega developments that sometimes take long. Now, if we can invest in those 3D printing skills through institutions like this, we could get closer to achieving some of those targets.